Hello and welcome to this week's episode of SBXIV, the podcast about Final Fantasy XIV. Today is December 10th, 2015, and with me here today is, oh well, I guess you need to know who I am first, because I sound stuffy. I'm stuffy. Well, no, my name's not Stuffy, but I am Stuffy.
My name's Stuffy.
I'm sleepy. That's grumpy.
Which
tired.
one's grumpy? Oh,
Who's grumpy?
Dark is grumpy.
Dark is grumpy?
Dark, why are you grumpy?
Well, she is named Dark.
Dark and brooding. Swear to me.
She's darky.
What?
That's
That was horrible. Okay, so
not a good thing.
because
Hey,
that you just
I'm black. I can say that. You guys just can't. That's the only problem.
okay. Oh, yeah, but you. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna be good. I'm Calaera, suffering from some congestion, something I don't know, whatever. With me today, something. You know what? I don't know. I forgot
Things are
my
happening.
English.
Stuffs is going on.
Stuff is going on. Eventually, my head will wrap around it. We have here today Orophen.
Hi, and for the record, I don't care if you guys say darky, but the listeners might. That's the only problem.
Oh, whatever. Okay, we also have Cirrisian,
Sup?
Joe,
Hello.
and the wonderful and awesome Dark Snyder.
Hello.
Why does she
Hello.
get so many adjectives?
Because she's both lovely and wonderful simultaneously.
And a dark
We are-
apparently.
We are but plebes in comparison.
See, when I first met her over at Distant Worlds, she showed me how her boyfriend is like you, and it was like, oh my gosh, I know what she's suffering through.
Really?
And then again at PAX, when I met them again, it's like, holy fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. So, yes.
Me and Joe are the same.
So, should I start calling you Joro?
Sure.
Yeah.
Or
Hey,
Osh.
Hey, Joe.
Osh.
Fusion.
Oh, gosh. Why?
But now you're fat, Gogeta. Someone keep working on it.
In case you're wondering what this episode's going to be about, we'll be talking about Saint Endalim's Scholasticate
What?
preview. The Scholasticate. That's how you say it, right?
Scholasticate. Yeah, Scholasticate is correct. I think.
Something David Carradine did alone in his own.
You guys are so awful. Anima Weapons preview. The letter from the producer live part. What is that?
26.
There's too many.
Can I make a side comment here, just real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, you know how the Super Bowl has gone with Roman numerals for fucking ever?
Yes.
Has anyone seen what this year's is?
No.
It's just Super Bowl 50. And my
Boo.
theory is that because they broke the Roman numeral, what's 50 in Roman numeral? It's L. So like
That's true.
no one might put Super Bowl L. Maybe next year they'll do LI, but that's just so stupid. It's like because it doesn't fit your criteria, you do 50. That's dumb. Rant over. I'm sorry.
Are they going to do Roman numeral?
What?
Are they going to do Roman numeral?
I would assume they'd go back, but now that you lose the X's, it's probably not as edgy and cool. Because
Maybe.
sports ball.
Maybe they're not going to go back.
No, maybe not. Actually, it would make a lot of sense. Because LI is silly. LII is also pretty silly.
It's going to be Super Bowl Lee.
Super Bowl Lee. Lee Chaolan.
That's racist.
Yeah,
I almost
Super
wanted
Bowl
to.
Lee, the new Kung Fu star.
Oh, shh.
Describes his
Okay.
haircut and his family lineage.
Whatever. We got the free login campaign that has now visited to Eorzea and optional items and a whole bunch of wishy-washy lodestone topics people want to talk about. But first, St. Endalim's Scholasticate preview. So I guess this is future content.
It's slated for 3.2, if I'm correct.
Is it 3.2?
I think it's 3.2.
Okay. Because the little blurb is after the truth of Ishkar's... Okay, I guess it is 3.2. Of Ishkar's history is revealed. The students of the Holy Sea's finest seminary find themselves in a precarious position. The Warrior of Light joins a familiar face in investigating the trials and tribulations of the future clergymen and women.
And that's pretty much it.
I want their clothes.
Can you really call that a preview, though? That's like a tease. That's not a preview.
Yeah, but then why if it is 3.2, then why do they have in here? Be sure to check out the other additions to patch 3.15 on the patch 3.1 special site.
I must have missed that. I apologize. I didn't guess 3.15.
So are we getting more then? Because it's on there. It's on when you go to the 3.1 patch site. St. Endalim's Scholasticate is on there.
I think this is a catch-up patch. I think this stuff was all postponed.
It actually went, okay, so I clicked on it, the link goes to the 3.1 website, and it's a side story quest. So
then it is definitely 3.15.
Yes.
I thought it was tied to actual story, which is why I was assuming 3.2. But I guess I just kind of glossed over that last line because I was like looking at the next line down.
Well, either way, I mean, it's more story, which I'm very excited about, and I really want their clothes because what do you call that thing? I know Edgeworth has it in
the cravat.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah, I love those things.
Isn't that library gear though? Because it looks exactly like the Black Mage library gear.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But
she's talking about the neck cravat.
Library gear doesn't have a cravat.
You're right. It's got a bow tie, I believe.
Yeah.
A bolero?
No, a bow tie.
No, bolero.
Wait, you're a bolero.
Wait, stop. Does it really have a bow tie?
It has a. I'm pretty sure it has a bow tie.
Like,
I have to go pull out my Charlarian Preceptors
This
gear.
is actually very, very important. I need to know if it has a bow tie because I need to start glamoring that on everything.
I want to say yes, it has a bow tie.
Oh my god.
And the witches' hats have little glasses attached to them because you're a wizard.
Well, that I knew.
Cirrisian.
Yes, that I know. I know it has a wizard's glasses, but I don't know if it has a bow tie.
I think it's a bow tie.
I wear bow ties in real life. I love me some bow ties. It's important.
But do you have a caster?
I have a summoner. I can just stand around at our house and just kind of like, look at me. I look good. Wiggle my butt a little bit.
Their gear is really, really cute, though. The red and black and the silver. Oh, I want it so bad. The girls have ribbons. They have bows.
So I'm sitting here trying to figure out who this, quote, familiar face is supposed to be.
Could it be Hildebrand?
I've read a bunch of like forum posts on this, and it seems that St. Endalim's Scholasticate is actually relatively serious content. Because if you look at it, it says it regarding the students of the finest seminary and whatnot, it's all tied to Ishgard.
Yes.
So it doesn't feel like it would be silly side content.
Okay.
So it might be someone we saw in main story that we've kind of forgotten about. I would love for it to be Hildebrand. I would actually cut people for that. No?
Yes.
No Hildebrand. No, thank you.
You're not a fan of Hildebrand?
It's the worst thing that ever happened in 14.
Really?
He was off a cliff and died.
Well, you
Can I ask
sort of
why?
did something like that.
Dare I ask why?
No, I just don't like him. He's stupid.
That's fair. Now, I will say I don't think it's the worst thing that ever happened in 14 because at least that gave us the precursor to the whole facial animation thing that you see within the entirety of the 3.1 and 3.0 story.
Yeah.
Without Hildebrand, you don't have that kind of basis to kind of over-exaggerate and see what they can do and can't do.
They could have done that without the Hildebrand character.
And personally, I think there are much worse things in this game, but hey, whatever. Alexander Savage.
Tell us how you really feel.
We
That's just
also
me.
have the Anima Weapons that are coming up very soon. Is there a patch date? All we know is
They said before Christmas.
3.15.
Before Christmas, what the tentative date is. So that gives us the 23rd 2nd, I think, and the 15th. Those are the 2 possible days.
Okay. Well, I am looking forward to it. Apparently, Geralt is going to be there, and I don't know about other people, but I think the people in our Static and in our free company have said that we will try and do this as a group so that we can just get it done and over with.
I think we need to. Well, the thing is that you have our monk who pushed a Zeta. You have our now tank who pushed a Zeta. You have our main healer who pushed a Zeta. So you have people who are probably going to do it anyway because they have the history.
Yes.
By the time I got up to cap, people were already on their 3rd step. So I never really got a chance to be on parity with everybody, and I got really discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, really want to at least put forth the effort to get a relic.
I need other people to do it with me to be motivated to be like, okay,
I don't blame you.
I'm going to get it done, because otherwise, I mean, I was able to do the Atma grind by myself, and I did a lot of other stuff by myself, but after a while, it's boring, and I just would rather do other things with people versus doing something that is self-motivated. I mean, that's real life is for that. And
No, I agree.
I already have my plates full with that.
Now, we were having a conversation last night, actually, I think it was last night, where we were talking about the possible necessity to save esoterics. Because if you look back at the first relic step from 2.0, you needed to buy Thavnarian Mist, which needed whatever the fuck that was, Soldier, or whatever the highest tome was at that time. So, me personally, I kind of agree with them. I'm not gonna spend my esoterics this week, and if it doesn't drop next week, I'm not spending it next week. Just to make sure that if that is a step that is required, I'm at least prepared in some capacity. And I don't know whether anyone else agrees. They may prioritize the gear and then do the grind afterwards. Me, no, fuck that. I want to make sure I'm ready.
Well, it was the mythology tomes.
Mythology. Okay.
And we only had a 300 cap, so you needed 900, and so it was 3 weeks. To get it, unless
because it was 3 Thavnarian Mist, right?
Yeah, there was a glitch where they reset it midweek, so some people got their relics a week early. But other than that, I have 1,500 saved up.
Yeah, I have 235 at the moment, and I've already done apparently half my esoteric drop. So I need to make sure that I'm capped this week and next week.
I have to check, but I will actually put forth effort to cap this week and next. So,
yes.
Let's move on. We will go into the free login campaign that is now going on in Final Fantasy XIV. So if you are, past player, subscriber, whatever you want to call yourself, you are now able to go ahead and download the client for free. You don't have to buy it as long as you have already, I guess. I don't know. I didn't actually check it out. Let me click on it.
You need to have previously purchased the game and have registered and have not been active sub for the past 30 days.
Yes. Actually, the client, yes, you can download it for free on the website, FinalFantasyXIV.com/players-download/NA. If you're North American, probably different link for European, probably /EU/JP for the Japanese players. And as, Cirrisian said, you should have already registered for the game, paid, and blah, 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 blah. That whole thing has already started on December 1st and will go on until December 31st. You don't have to, do it now. You can do it whenever. It is a total of, this is weird because they've never done this before. You can pick any day and any time, and you can play up to 96 hours.
I really like how they have this set up.
I do too.
I mean, most other free login periods are a single weekend where if you don't have the free time, you're gonna be screwed. You don't get the chance to experience. So at least for this, it's the holiday season, so people are already kind of busy, but they have a lot of weird gaps in their days.
Yeah. So
you can spend the 96 hours throughout that entire month, 1 hour per day. Well, 3 hours per day, I guess. And you can hit that 96-hour cap and decide whether the changes that have been made to this game are relevant to you. The downside is it's not an open kind of invitation where if you're listening to this and you have not bought the game, that you think this is your free trial. It doesn't count that way. It has to be returning players only, which I think is a better choice.
Yes. It is. And
Now-
and I'm hoping that my sister, because she got the email for this, is actually going to consider coming back and trying it out. She has been mentioning it every once in a while, and I've, poked at her, said, hey, people in the free company have asked where you are.
If you want, I'll call her. Be like,
No, please.
hey you, where you been at? I'm back. Want to kill things for you. Let's go.
All right. So, if I highly recommend if you've been thinking about coming back, use that time to, come back and check it out and see. But though I guess most people who are listening to this podcast are already playing the game. So,
But for
Live-
those two of you who aren't playing right now, come back. Come back to the light.
really who?
I don't know. Maybe is it not possible that there are people who are using this podcast to keep up with what's going on in the game to see if they want to come back?
Hey, it could be. I know that there's some people who have listened to the podcast and began playing because of this podcast.
Mm-hmm. I'm one of them, actually.
So maybe there is someone who is not playing and they're keeping up with the game via this podcast. If you are, hey, come check it out. It's not going to be anything worth off your back. It's 96 free hours. So why not?
It's free. Why you no do?
Yeah, totally. Going back to our live letter from the
From the producer.
You can expect that to hit around Wednesday, December 23rd at fucking 2:30 a.m. Pacific.
Yay.
That's
Who's
super late.
Who's gonna be okay? I know who's gonna be awake.
Me.
Joe's
Me.
gonna be awake.
You'll be
Oh,
at work.
Watching it, like always.
I may actually crash a little bit and then go and watch it. It's the last day because I have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off, so I should be able to pull it off and not be too dead at work, and also screw work.
I might do that too because you're right. For me, I will have Christmas Eve off and Christmas Day off, so I might, once I get home that Tuesday, just go to sleep and wake up early and watch it, or just wait for Joe to paste notes and be like, "Hey, this is what happened."
Because
Putting it
there's
on
always
you,
those
Joe.
little tiny things that we
Okie
don't
dokie.
get to see. Joe,
Yeah, I mean,
putting on
that-
you.
That's the thing is like sometimes seeing those tiny little things, even though it's shown for like just a few seconds, it's a lot. I mean,
Not even that. It's really incentivizing because you're like, wait, what was it when 3.0 was coming out and the Thavnarian bustier and all that was being spoiled?
yeah.
It was just a quick, oh look, we're doing this as an outfit and this, and everyone like flipped their shit. Like, that is gorgeous. How do I get that? And it kind of really drives that whole, I need to log in. I need to find out how this comes out. I need to get my hands on this. That incentivization is really strong with the live letter, even though the principle of it is a little redundant now.
It is, but who knows? Maybe we'll get something new. I am excited because they're going to be streaming live from the Eorzea Cafe in Japan, so maybe we'll see more of what the cafe looks like. I know we've seen pictures before, but I would like to see more of it and the food, and then get jealous and cry because I'm not eating that food.
I need to go so bad.
I actually heard the food is pretty good there.
That's what I heard too.
It's Japan. It's hard to have a bad meal there.
That is true.
I want to go. Maybe one day, someday.
It's all right, we'll go.
I hope so.
Oh, I'll get drunk and then you can take care of me.
And I think for a lot of the newsy news stuff that's on the lodestone, that is pretty much it. It's been kind of quiet.
It's the holiday season. People
It is the holiday season.
You just had the 3.1 patch drop, so there's a little bit of time there, and then people are busy with holidays and whatnot. So I
Yeah.
totally get it. It's cool,
Mhm.
understandable.
Oh wait, I did forget one thing.
What's
If
that?
you haven't already noticed, there are new optional items available on the Mog Station. I already bought 2 of them because I already own the other ones.
What did you get?
The White Double and the Red Baron.
I was gifted
Yes.
Red Baron.
The music.
I know.
It's so good.
It is
it-
so good.
My mount now moves 3 times faster, and I'm super excited
What?
about that.
All I want though, I wish we could color the other ones so that we could have a Power Ranger thing going on.
Oh,
We
there is one. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I did remember one thing. I was going to the forums yesterday.
Yeah.
So the Magitech armor default, Maggie, shoots the photon beam and the cannon, right?
Yes.
The Red Baron and the White Devil do not. But they've
Yes.
already confirmed that if you've completed the quest, they're going to push in a future patch the ability to do it across all the Magitech mounts.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
Because actually, then the day before I found this, I was showing my wife the mount. And she's, "Oh, can you shoot with it?" And I was like, "No, I want to question something and say, hey, are these going to be able to shoot?" The next day, I was looking at the official forums, and sure enough, there was a dev post saying, "Hey, no, we're going to push that out soon." And I was super excited.
Yeah, because the gold one doesn't shoot either. I was a little upset.
I agree. But yes, I agree about the Sentai thing.
Yes. I really
Especially
want
if
to.
you have matching afros.
Oh my god.
I
God.
guess one day I will do it. Just once. Just once.
Oro,
As long as I get to be pink.
do you have the gold Magitech mount?
Nope.
Do you have the black one then, right?
Huh?
You have the black one, obviously, right?
Oh yeah, I have the normal one. Yeah.
So you should get a black afro. Who wants the gold afro?
Why? What is it with you wanting to get an afro?
You get the gold afro.
Okay, I'll put on a gold afro. I need someone with red and someone with white. We're gonna do this. We're gonna walk down like fucking Idleshire, just down the streets, all slow and plodding, looking all cool.
You have to be Lala's though, Siri. That's
I
the
will,
point.
You know what? Honestly, I will Fantasia my ass to a Lala and find something tight and spandexy, and I will glamour it all up and dye it all. I'm gold. Dye it
Star
all
Spangled
gold.
Supplier.
I will finish the post move. I haven't done those yet, by the way.
Ah,
should.
so good. Even though Kala wants to eat all the Moogles, it's still very good.
Those Muggles, they deserve to be eaten.
They are not marshmallows, Kala. Do not eat the
Are
Moogles.
They are marshmallows.
Are not.
They are bad, deviant marshmallows that hide things from people.
And it should be in hot cocoa.
Yes, they should. They should.
Is that some kind of porno now?
Oh,
Good
no.
lord.
No.
Is that the new GTA mod? That hot cocoa?
Ew. No.
Now it is.
Ugh. Anyways, let's go on. We're gonna go to dev tracking stuff. So Zehos replied to someone who has complained about the fucking drops in expert dungeons, which I can sympathize with.
Fucking terrible.
They are terrible.
Okay, here, stop. Question. Daring Duelist? You too, right?
Yeah.
Joe? Daring
Wait.
Duelist?
Yeah. I have them all.
I've had them all, and then I've gotten like 3 times after that. It's all I ever see.
It's the only thing that exists. I have yet to see the Black Mage body ever. I've seen more healer bodies than I've seen the Black Mage body. I've not seen the Black Mage body once.
Dark has it.
But I've seen the
Wow.
Black Mage other things drop, like the Black Mage wrists drop a lot. The Black Mage ring, I think, drops a lot.
Yeah, the
I
Black
got the
ring
Black Mage
drops.
head yesterday.
Yes, the head drops
What?
a good amount. I've seen the belt drop a bit.
The white
Shit.
mage ring drops all the time.
Wait, Dark, you have it? The Black Mage body? Really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
Does it look
I've
like
got
the
the-
healer one but dark?
it's black with red trim.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my gosh!
I got the mask, and I haven't seen the healer mask though. I assume it's
It's-
just like a white version,
It's a white version, yeah.
and you
With
can
a-
visor that. That's
Yes.
so cool. You can visor
So
it.
where the red is on the caster, it's purple.
Man,
I just saw the healer boots drop for the first time the other day. They're surprisingly cute. Actually switched my glamour.
and I've been waiting. I've been holding on to the gear just so I can glamour it once that body fucking drops. I'm like waiting, with bated breath. I don't think it'll ever drop. I've not seen the head. I've not seen the body. I've not seen the hands. Oh well. Anyways, so Zeho says the dungeons released in patch 3.0 had a higher amount of equipment drops so that players can upgrade their item level on their path to and at level 60. However, for dungeons introduced in patch 3.1, we took into account that many of the players will most likely own higher item level equipment than those that can be obtained from the dungeon. Therefore, we have set the amount to 1. I want the glamour. I want the glamour.
Agreed. The Bard one is so nice, and I've only ever seen it drop once.
I've not even seen that many ninja pieces drop.
Ugh, but I've seen Lancer drop like 10 billion times.
Tyrion Duelist. All you ever see.
Go away, Lancer, go away.
Lancer,
no offense
stay
to
on
all
the floor
Lancers.
dead like you belong.
Oh, that's mean.
Stay on the floor. You should be dead.
I'll raise you once. Just once.
Just once.
Just
You
once.
die again,
Only
you
get
no
one.
raises. This is
Well,
why I
if
like
they
you, Dark.
die
You're
again?
vindictive.
Oh, I've seen the tank stuff drop quite a bit too.
Yeah.
I have 1 or 2 of those pieces.
I think I've seen the jacket drop like 4 times.
What?
As a machinist, I've never seen any of my pieces drop. Makes me sad. Because I really could use this. I don't want to spend fucking esoterics on me. I'm lazy.
Well, then you can just get the Void Arc drop. Void Arc drops.
Well, my lazy ass was getting them for my healer to kind of catch back up to you assholes. But, yeah, no, I'm going to start getting machinist stuff there. But still, it's kind of like, yeah, it looks cute, right? I think. I hope. I don't know. I've never seen it drop.
I don't think anyone has seen it drop. Oh. Let's move on.
So you're laughing because you know it's true.
I know it's true. Is the duty finder working as it should? No, it's not.
No.
Nope.
Well, now it is, theoretically. Actually, is it really?
Okay, so this is this is one of the responses that was posted on December 8th, also by Zehos. He replies, "Greetings. First, I would like to thank you all for your cooperation this past weekend by queuing solo or as an entirely pre-made party in the Duty Finder, and once again apologize for the inconveniences this may have caused. Well, you owe us a really huge apology because last night
Was terrible.
terrible. Fucking
I actually left.
I
Well, do you know
left
what
too.
happened after you guys
Oh
left?
no, what happened? Oh, it was. Give a preface. So we had a full 8-man Void Arc party ready to rock. 45 minutes later, we still did not have a queue, and I ended up leaving because I was tired. My wife was sick. I wanted to make sure she was okay. And now apparently there's more to the story. Joe?
Well, a few people regrouped. I think there was 4. Dark, how many people were there? I think they went back tried to do 4, and they didn't even get in until like
40 minutes.
Yeah, another 40 minutes, and they had a smaller group.
Jeez.
But see, 4 is not the magic number. 1 is a good number, and 2 is a good number, because Karina went in as a DPS and got in within 10 minutes.
But that means that the hotfix they pushed on Monday didn't quite fix the issues they have.
It didn't do shit.
It didn't do shit. If you have a full fucking party, it should be a cakewalk to find remaining 2 parties, right? You would think.
You were sitting on what, like 5 to 2 DPS for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We were waiting for a 2 DPS, then 5 DPS, then a 5 DPS and a healer, and then it was 3 DPS for a good 25 minutes. And maybe, and it's a very, very slim chance, people are queuing in full groups, but I truly disbelieve that, because every instance of Duty Finder we've had up to this point, it's not been a problem. If you go in with a full group, I'll accept 20 minutes. I'll accept 30 minutes. Sometimes maybe people aren't queuing. But on a Wednesday night, to have a full party and wait 45 minutes and still not have a group, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was like 3 a.m. or anything.
No.
If it was Monday, I might have been more forgiving. Because by that time, a majority of the population has their drops. They don't want to go back in. Cool, fine, whatever. But the day after reset, no, there's something wrong there.
But the thing is, Monday's usually a good day also, because a lot of people are like, oh shit, I haven't done it this week.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
less.
So like Sunday and Saturday are actually, I think, the worst days, even though they're the high, because people are just doing their normal stuff. But they've probably banged it out either, Tuesday through Thursday, and then Monday is the last minute people, which are a lot of people try to do.
So
But
let's go
still,
back.
it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be that bad. Let's go see what this guy says. So the development, operations, and QA teams have conducted their investigation and were able to address the following issues for the duty roulette using the duty finder. An issue when queuing for duty roulette with 3 or fewer members would halt the queue under certain conditions. An issue where the matching speed would slow down under certain conditions. The internal fix for above 2 issues was completed last Friday evening. We were able to verify the system working correctly upon observing the matching patterns of around 100 players. During this time, we ran several programs to repeat the matching process and completed the internal verification process. We confirmed that matching was smoothly taking place. Therefore, we have implemented a hotfix last night. It didn't work. Okay, this is what they're saying again. With this hotfix, the long queue times during peak hours should be relieved and should work according to the new matching system. However, please note that since there are tens of thousands of queues occurring each hour on the live servers, an unforeseen issue may arise on the live data centers. We will continue monitoring in real time, and if any issues arrive, we will be sure to follow up with everyone. Also, please keep in mind that the queue times might be affected by the following factors: time frame, rolling queue, content queued for, frequent queuing of player challenge content for the first time, first timer priority matching. These factors, however, are part of regular gameplay behavior, so please keep this in mind. If you are still experiencing longer than usual queue times after this hotfix, please be sure to leave feedback so we can relay the information over to the dev team for further investigation. Thank you.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but that whole statement sounds like we think we fixed it. We're not sure. Let us know what we did.
Yeah, and I
P.S.
know
You didn't fix shit.
that's how, like, that's why I started reading it that way, because I was seriously getting angry because it's like, dude, they're not even sure if they really fixed it. And it looks like right now they're shooting in the dark trying to figure out where their ass is from their head.
Yeah,
And I'm not sure they can tell which one's what's different.
I don't want to sound like a dick. I really don't. But the game has been running solidly for X months, years.
Yeah.
Why is it now we're having an issue?
If the game broke, don't
No.
fix it.
I understand. For people who do dev and code, there is the weirdness of, hey, you fuck something up and you have to find one line of code amongst a fucking sea of text. Fine, whatever. But come on, really? I don't even know, like, how to properly explain, like, the thought process, but I'm sitting here trying to figure out why. It bothers me. It really does.
I mean, like, for me, I think the only thing that, I mean, what really bothers me is just the fact that they're not coming out and saying, we just don't know. They're going about this in a really roundabout way, and either way, it's ending out the same thing. And it's kind of like, just admit it. You don't know what's going on, because that's what it looks like right now. They're just.
Yeah. I think that an admission of there may be something wrong. We have not nailed it down is fine, but they're trying to play it off like everything's hunky dory, and it's clearly not. Yeah.
And that for me, that is what's frustrating, and I wish that they would just admit it. If you can't figure it out, I would rather know that than to be told, well, we did this worked in a setting of 100 people, so then we put out the hotfix, and it should be fixed. We think, we're not sure.
Possibly.
So, just let us know. Let us know. And we'll get back to it. Like,
yeah, if they had said we're pushing a fix that may be working, but we don't think it's working. It's completely possible it doesn't work. Let us know if it doesn't work. It's almost what they said, but they took it around the mentality of, we fix it, you're good.
Yeah.
Like, if you reread the statement, in my head, maybe I'm just being an asshole about it, and I don't want to be, but they're trying to say that they fixed it, you're good, you should be fine. Not, we think we got it right, and it may not be right. That little subset of we may not have it right is very, very important.
No, that's how I'm reading it in my head. But then again, I am an asshole.
Okay.
So
I'm trying not to be.
It could be that they do think that they have it right, and they don't realize that there's a bigger issue here. People have been reporting problems, but it's not like this sort of situation hasn't happened before, where the devs think that everything's hunky-dory, but the players say, no, it's not. Eventually, if it's as serious a problem as everyone is saying, and I'm pretty sure that it is, the devs will begin to understand that, and they'll rectify whatever the issue is. But I don't know. I just feel like they just don't realize the severity of the problem, or they think it's running a way that they think that it's running the way that it should be running.
And that's totally fair. I do not understand any of this coding aspect. I don't understand any of what their matching system is like. I'm just a drunk asshole who's an end user and is a little grumpy pants. But I would like a little more transparency. That's all I care about.
Yeah, same here. All I want is just to know, hey, we don't know, but we're trying to fix it, and it's not isolated. Don't make me feel like it's an isolated problem, because we've never had this kind of problem before, where we've had to wait more than 30 minutes to try and get to a run. It's insane. And I don't think someone with a fully formed group should be waiting that long.
I agree.
Oh well. Anyways, they are asking, though, if you're having latency-related issues to...
Oh my god. Oh, we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, because it does need to be talked about. Okay. Now, they put this in red letters. Please note this thread is for players accessing the NA data center. 1. Contact your internet service provider. The issue may be occurring at one of the routes for the ISP takes to reach our servers. The issue may be something that may be resolved on their end, so we would first like you to please contact your ISP. So,
no one will ever do that. That's never going to happen.
But they're not incorrect.
They're not.
They're not, because Verizon had really bad jumps about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And anybody who was on Verizon understands that. I used to have Verizon. I saw the jumps prior when things were bad. There was a massive packet loss on like the 6th jump. It was terrible. But there's a little more.
Okay. So then, reporting the issue in this thread. When reporting your issue in this thread, please make sure to provide the following information: your ISP, your ticket reference number from your ISP, the state and country, the date and time, when it started happening, the frequency, the content, what exactly you're doing in game, which in-game world were you playing on when the issue occurred, and the traceroute records, which are, optional. We greatly appreciate your cooperation. So there's about 7 pages now, I think, of people posting these things. That's a lot.
So me personally, I have had a great deal of issue the past 2 weeks trying to play this game. And it always happens around 5 to 6 o'clock when the majority of people... It's a peak time. I get that. It's people on the East Coast are 8 to 9. People on the West Coast are 4 to 6, something like that. I get it. A lot of people access at the same time. But what would happen with me is that I'd be running an expert, and people's health would just drop out of nowhere. People would be jumping on my screen. Nothing too egregious, but at least enough that it's noticeable. I was able to heal through it, but it was very, very difficult. There were certain instances where the game would actually shut down my entire internet for some stupid reason. And I literally mean the game. Because if at 4:45 I came home and watched a YouTube video, I was fine. But if at 4:45 I played Final Fantasy XIV, 3 days out of 5, it literally crashed my internet. Don't know what the fuck's going on there. It could be the fact that I have to suffer with AT&T. Yes, and I did say suffer, because AT&T is bullshit. What's happening with... It is terrible, but it's literally the only service I have next to me right now. It's fucking irritating. What's happening to me now is that to alleviate that frustration, I was using Ping Zapper. and then my sub ended. And I figured, okay, let's check out What the Fast. Let's check out Battle Ping. Let's check out all of these other third-party programs that provide a tunnel service to the game server, because I'll be real, using Ping Zapper made the game run so much better. Just that direct connection just cleaned up everything. There was very little lag, whatever. What's happening to me now is that the game is not connecting through a tunnel. And I'm wondering whether it's something game side or my net side. Where last night I got an email from Ping Zapper saying, hey, why don't you try other servers? And when I tried to run all the tests that I had run prior and bring up my DX tags and my fucking the debug program they have with their Ping Zapper, it worked perfectly fine until I swapped twice. And then what would happen is the launcher would come up, and then I would hit play after putting my password in, my one-time key, and nothing would happen. And that would persist until I reset my computer, at which point my computer is no longer trying to tunnel, and I could theoretically run the game without a tunneler, but the second I try to open a tunneler, it would just not open it up whatsoever. So even Ping Zapper and What the Fast customer service is really fucking confused right now.
That just went over my head.
In short, to clarify for you, third-party programs to clean up my ping are not working. My ping has been wildly erratic, and I don't know how to fix it.
That's what she said.
But I mean, AT&T is shit.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not trying to. That's why I've not made any forum posts, because in my head, it's my ISP being an asshole because AT&T, like you said, is shit. But it has not been shit since I moved. Like, remember when I first moved? I moved in July when game dropped, Expat dropped, and I was running fine. And there was a weird position where I was having latency and whatnot. And then one of our free company members mentioned that they know other people who are on AT&T that literally cannot play without one of these programs. Started using those programs, working fine. Now they're not. So there's something really weird going on with the latency, and I'm not the only person who's reporting it, and the other people who are reporting it are not on AT&T.
It looks like, though, from just glancing through the thread, it has other service providers like Charter and such are also suffering through this kind of problem. So hopefully they'll figure it out, because it's scary when you're just kind of not responding and it's like, Siri, oh. And then all of a sudden things happen and he's dead.
And everyone's dead.
Yeah, that's not fun.
No, healing on that kind of ping is ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, I know a lot of people have been talking about this. I know I have for a very long time. People are asking for the Guardian Legatus glamour. I would really want that too.
I would pay so much money for that.
I would. I actually would pay the money that I bought that fucking ugly horse with in order to get
What, Slipner?
No.
He should have had 6 legs, I still think.
Too much to animate, though.
Yeah, it would be too much to animate. And it's a fucking shitland pony. Anyway, so Grekuma says, thanks for the suggestion. We can't make any promises that you'll be seeing Guardian outfits anytime soon, but we've let the development team know that there is a desire for these awesome glamours. I would like them, but I don't think they would let us, because we're supposed to be against the Empire, right?
But Gaius was right.
He is.
You can't have Garleans wandering through the streets. It's just too weird.
Why not?
Because everyone will be trying to attack you.
But that would be kind of funny. Like in WoW, how if you were from another faction and you went into another faction city and then the NPCs would attack you. That was great.
So you're saying that the NPC should attack you when you put on the Garlean glamour?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I'm down. I'll die. I'll die for the sake of the great Garlemald Empire.
Exactly.
Well, weren't we talking about this like a few podcasts ago? Like potentially choosing a faction like in another expansion, just so there can be like two factions for like PvP and stuff like that.
I would like that, to be quite honest. I want to join another faction. In fact, in WoW, I think it was the Burning Crusade one where you can pick those two different factions.
You can pick two factions in vanilla as well. Basically, what was your definition of Burning Crusade? That's the question.
I can't even remember.
Because in vanilla, you were able to choose like Night Elf, Human, Dwarf, Gnome. Those were all Alliance, and then Orc, Troll, Tauren.
No. And then when you got to a certain place, they were like, "Okay, you can choose to side with these."
No, the only races that have ever been able to do that is Pandaren.
No. It was in
She's talking about that city that you go to.
Yes.
Where the Horde and the Alliance could go as they pleased.
That was Dalaran.
Yeah.
Dalaran in Wrath, and then it was Shatrath in Burning Crusade,
and then
you were still unable to like freely choose a side. The only race in WoW that has ever been able to choose a side is Pandaren.
Well, no, not like a side like Alliance and Horde. It was more like you had to choose which side you were helping, and it was
the Sun Reavers or the Blood Elf faction or the Draenei faction within Shachar. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, there. That's what I meant.
Didn't they do that also with like the Wolverine things and the other ones?
Yeah, that was in Cataclysm. The Wolverine and the fish-looking things. Fuck.
Yes.
What are they called?
No,
I forget.
Fucking Murlocs?
No,
Murlocs.
they were Murlocs. If they were Murlocs, I would have fucking picked them in a heartbeat. They were actually.
I thought that's what it was going to be. I like
think they were
the beast tribes. In this, you can only level up certain ones. I thought that's what it was going to be like in this game, but then you can level them all up.
I would actually like that. I don't know, just something like that where you're kind of going against another person. That way, maybe I can team up with everyone else on PvP instead of like, I'm going to kill you, Joe.
Well, here's the problem that WoW had with that, and I'm not sure that would apply here if you actually did this, is that those factions were not PvP centric. You would have to make them PvP centric in this game. Those factions were literally, the only difference between them was your allegiance and the rewards you would get for reputation at the end. So implementing a similar system to that, you would need to have rewards theoretically. And basically what ended up happening in WoW, and WoW learned their lesson from this, is that if you have two factions that are going to have gear related to them, that a warrior will always pick X faction. A mage would always pick Y faction. Never fails. Because the gear or the enchants or the augment or the jewels were always, skewed toward one or the other class.
Yes.
So in this game, you would need to create a two-side PvP thing. Right now, if you applied the Grand Company, I think that'd be very, very interesting. Because right now, the Grand Companies are all mirror images of each other. It really doesn't give any gravitas to the choosing of the Grand Company.
Yeah. Which is what they wanted.
Yeah, there should be.
Mm-hmm.
So if there was some kind of statistical bonus for going, say, Maelstrom, but it did not line up with what your class is dedicated to do, would you still be Maelstrom?
Yes, because in 1.0, that's actually what happened. The gear that you could get, it was actually, the mage gear was so much better from, I think it was either the Immortal Flame, or the, what do they call them?
Twin adders?
Yeah, the twin snake thingies, twin adders. Some of the mage gear actually was better. I think it was more Immortal Flame, and I wanted it. I desperately wanted it, but I wasn't willing to leave Maelstrom. Not not ever.
If they're
Even
gonna
though
offer, oh, go ahead.
even though the gear was better if I had joined the Immortal Flame.
If they're gonna offer rewards for factions, if they go that route, then it shouldn't be anything that affects the way that you do encounters or battle related content. It should all just be aesthetic or optional auxiliary kinds of things. Things that would be cool looking, or things that they could be nice that you would really want, but not anything that would interfere with your actual gameplay, because like Sarah was mentioning before, that's what separates the classes from each other. And if you just give every faction the same like gear that you can get, then I mean there's no identity between the three factions at that point. So I mean they could do like certain special mounts. I mean people might be drawn to like some type of theme of items and mounts and cosmetic gear as opposed to another faction. Like you could go to let's say you go to Gridania and you have like all the green leathery gear, you look like archers, or you have like sylvan wings and
have leather.
Whatever and stuff. Yes, they do.
They're animal and tree huggers.
They have leather workers in the city.
Yeah.
Well,
Also,
okay,
they're gearless and raincoats.
but I figure that's plastic.
Nope, it's straight leather. They hunt animals, they kill them, and they skin them, and they turn them into gear.
Then how can they be fucking tree huggers?
They're not
because
tree
they
huggers.
respect the elementals.
But
That's
you
literally
figure
about
they
it.
respect.
They live off the land. They're not like tree huggers as
They use all the parts of the animal.
Yeah, it's more. They're more like people who are closer to nature. They're not like environmentalists.
But see, that's how I associate them.
See, they're not going to throw paint at you for walking in wearing Scylla's like wolfen cloak because you're wearing fur and fur is murder. That's not going to happen.
No, but do you guys understand? I have always viewed Gridania this way.
Useless? That's how I view Gridania.
Well, I mean, yes,
I think
aside
Gridania's
from
useless. I'm sorry.
but I mean like tree huggers who just would throw paint and dung at people because they're wearing fur and leather.
Well, let's say you go to Old Isle, then you would have more like desert themed stuff like cloaks and turbans and sultana looking gear, and you could ride like camels and shit. It's just that would be the way to differentiate between.
I
So
want
then
to
what would
ride
Maelstrom
giant
ride,
deer that
though?
are holding me up.
Pirates.
That's what I want.
Maelstrom would be fucking pirates.
Well, of course
Yep.
it would be pirates, but what would their mount be?
Shit.
A boat.
A seahorse.
It would be a boat being pulled by Rogadin.
There.
Wow.
But our leader is a Rogadin.
That's why they're pulling it. To
They'd be
help
male
you look like
Rogadin.
you're going forward and tame it in the seas, yar.
So would you switch your Grand Company for that?
Fuck no, because I'd be Elda, where they have like giant here holding me up with one arm. I would go for that mount. I want a fucking Ralbon mount. That's what I want in this game. I want to sit on his
Oh my
arm and just
goodness.
look lovingly down at him as he carries me and he trots around.
Can he fly? Can he be a flying Raubon?
Oh, I want him to flap his stump, and then like that provides propulsion.
Fuck!
Are you fucking
You
perfect?
actually went there?
Yeah.
That's rude.
So
Th-
mean,
that
man.
stump though.
That stump though. That's what I'm gonna name the episode.
that stump, man, that was cut off in the heat of the moment, and now he has just a stump.
And that stump provides him propulsion through the air. The etheric clouds cling on to his frustration and his anger and provide him propulsion and lift.
So if you attached a gun to his arm, would it also give him propulsion?
It would turn into a photon cannon.
No, if you attach.
Would
a
you have
gun
to change his
arm-
name?
If you attach a gun to his arm, you need to get a high top fade.
Add
Yes.
the shades.
Glasses.
Don't forget shades.
And
Oh, yep, he got glasses now and a vest.
and you know, I thought I was weird for thinking his butt was just propelling him forward. That's even weirder.
You survived my spear. Now suffer my butt.
okay.
I love that fate. That fate's the best fate on the game.
We have our flying Raban. We should just be content with that. No stumps on our Raban. No stumps.
Stump.
No.
Cala, I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
His arm is holding you up, lifting your cute little lollipop, and his stump is just flailing in the fucking cold of the Earth's west. And you receive propulsion. Tell me that's not amazing to watch. The effort put behind it is so strong.
You're an awful person.
I am face palming right now. I am. You're awful.
I'm sure you're not the only person.
So, speaking of things like this, what in the game makes you happy? I saw this thread in the general discussion, and I thought this would be so cool, but too bad Jeff isn't here.
That's right. I wanted Jeff to answer this question because he's so different from the rest of us.
Yeah, he is different from the rest of us. But you know what? With just us here, I mean, there could be different answers from each of us. So I'm kind of interested. What makes you happy in this game? Siri, go first.
I guess the thing that it's difficult to pinpoint one, because for me, it's the little things. It's the tiny little bullshit thing. Like I said, you know, you survived my spear, now face my butt. Those little tiny blurbs or portions of a dungeon where you end up with this gorgeous view, or the fact that my male aura, the way he kind of enters his C pose, where he crosses his arm and he kind of flicks his nose first. That those little tiny details of me make the world. Just make this fucking game.
I can see that because those details, you notice them and you're kind of like, when you go to another game, like, why aren't they doing
Yeah,
this?
exactly. So
I loved it when they added the idle pose change. I loved that.
Yeah, me too.
So for me, it's less content that gets pushed. It's the detail that goes behind the content because it's indicative of the effort and the love that the devs are putting into this game.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Dark? What makes you happy in this game?
I agree with what Siri just said because I just found out because I'm sitting in game that my owlet lands on my head because I'm a Lala and it lands on everyone else's shoulders. It's so adorable.
It is.
It's like I have serious like doki doki feelings going on right now because it's so cute. It's that and glamour. Just give me more glamour.
Oh, all the glamour. All the glamour. Joe, how about you?
What makes me happy in this game?
Yeah.
I finally got my favorite class in the game because I felt a huge void like playing 1.0 and like 2.0. I was like, where's Dark Knights? It's my favorite class, and so I finally got to play it, and like I'm fairly satisfied with how they play.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that I can do something every day in the game or not. So I'm happy that I'm not required to play, but I choose to.
Yeah.
So that always gives me motivation to play because I was like, oh, well, I can do this or I cannot.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Oro?
In the past, I would have said just being an armorer and being able to make my own stuff and repairing my own gear and stuff, but crafting never turned out to be what I wanted it to be. And I was overall disappointed in it. I know there's been changes since then, but since it was ruined for me, like at the beginning, it's kind of hard for me to get back into it. So I can't use that as a basis to be happy anymore. But the thing that makes me happy now, I guess I would have to just say Felcleave. That's about it.
That's
What?
a good reason to be happy.
Why?
Have you ever used Fellcleave before? If you
Because it's
leveled up
fucking amazing.
warrior and you use Fellcleave, then you would understand why it would make you happy
It's broken.
after you used it.
It's like a boner with a little bit of pre-cum.
It's
Just by
very-
using it.
It's very satisfying to spam 3 Fellcleaves in like one rotation. Just
All while
using the
berserking.
ability. Yeah, just using the ability is just it's like it's really fun to just like do it. So
Wait, Oro, wasn't there like a ridiculous sound effect and then they nerfed it? Like when it first came out, I heard that they like nerfed the sound effect for it.
I don't remember that.
Because it was the same with monks charging their chakra. There was like it sounded like hydraulics, but they patched out the sound effects for Fellcleave in it.
I thought that was only for Monk. I didn't notice anything with Fellcleave.
I
but-
think it was Fellcleave. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was.
No, I don't pay attention most of the time, so it could have happened. I just didn't notice, but I've never noticed any ridiculous noises from Fellcleave.
What makes me happy in this game? I don't know. It's hard. Because a lot of things make me happy. Like the little things and then the big things, like the story. I really love the story. I love playing the game, especially with my free company and my friends. I think for me, just having a place where I can go and do stuff with them, because we're all scattered across the United States, it's really just nice to be like, hey, are you going to do this? Yeah, I'm going to do this. You want to come join? Like, yeah. And then we join, and then we have fun, and then we talk about shit, and we do shit. Like, I don't know. What were bad things that were happening? Oh, pulling. No, that was another party where the tank decided to pull all of the mobs to one place. And I was sitting on the edge of my seat, clenching my butt, going, oh my gosh, Siri, don't let that tank die. And he
Did
didn't.
I forget?
Huh?
I think I did.
Yeah, and then
Did
the
he
tank
die?
dies.
No, he didn't die.
Then I did something right. I wasn't drunk. Whoa.
Yeah, that it was that Dark Knight who was just so...
Oh, that guy, that super cool Dark Knight that was pulling like
Yeah.
the entire world.
Yes.
I love that guy.
He was
I was like, this guy's
fucking
ballsy.
awesome.
He's making me work.
I know. He was the coolest, like, and craziest Dark Knight I've ever met. And I'm like, whoa. Guy's insane.
Let me count the amount of fucks he gave. None. He gave 0 fucks.
He gave 0 fucks. He basically pulled from in Sirius, Pharaoh Sirius, from that dragon thingy. It's a dragon lizard thingy, all the way to where the
final fucking what's it called? Furnaces.
the
He
furnaces
pulled like
are.
everything, like all
Wait, what?
4. Yeah. So you know
Yes.
what the rock monster is?
Yeah.
He pulled that plus the next 2 furnaces plus the wall plus the last furnace.
I've
everything.
done that with Rayo once.
Yeah, you did it with people that you trust. He did it with randos.
Yeah, fuck that.
And I was like, I like this guy. This guy has balls.
He had big balls.
And I was there just going cards, celestial opposition, fucking collective unconscious.
And I was crying, going, holy shit, this guy is not, he's crazy, he's gonna die. And he lived. That motherfucker lived. And I
I'm
was-
still impressed.
I'm still impressed. I was like, whoa. But things like that. And it's just nice to be able to meet people that you've gotten to know either online or offline and just have fun and have something that in both that brings you together and you're both intrigued by something in the game, whether it's the storyline or battle mechanics or how shitty your job has turned out or how awesome your job turned out. You can find something to talk about in this game with everyone. Almost everyone.
You were completely right with that. Actually, FanFest was a very good example of how that all kind of played out.
Yeah.
Just people that you meet in game randomly, that you find on Twitter randomly. You have some weird random minor thread of connection, and the next thing you know, you're both drunk in a hotel room eating pizza. That is so awesome that thread can run that deep.
I mean, I think so. I mean, our free company is gathering together in March, and that's kind of crazy, and it's kind of cool at the same time, you know.
And it's not even a 14 event. It's just, hey, there's something going down. Let's all just meet up for the fuck of it.
Yeah, I know. And I am
let's
really
all
excited.
meet up and buy Aurora a steak dinner.
Nope.
She's evil.
Are we going to Roots,
evil.
Chris?
We are
Can
definitely going to Roots, Chris.
Wait, what is that?
Overrated.
It's
Is
good
it?
food, though.
Overrated.
It's like the fourth best steakhouse here. So I don't know what you guys have in Seattle.
Way better things.
There are better things. I guess Oro could buy us $150 filet mignon.
That's
Why would I
nothing.
do that when you guys are going to buy me a steak?
I personally like ribeyes,
Ribeyes are a great medium point.
and they're not like bank breakers.
Well,
They're like what? You can get a good one for like what, $60?
you can get a decent one if it's aged 30 days. Because of the whole like size of it, you can get one for a good size, like 80, 65.
If it's like what, like 15 ounces?
Yeah,
I'm hungry now.
15-ounce ribeye.
but you're also talking to an asshole that bought like 8 ounces of fucking A5 Kobe beef and spent way too much money on a single piece of meat than I probably should.
It was $300, wasn't it?
It was like $320.
Holy shit.
I think it was 8. No, it was like 6 ounces.
Yeah,
You ate a
never-
PS4.
I
ate a
never
PS4.
do that. That
Sorry,
would
You ate a
never-
PS4.
That would
We
never
ate a
happen.
PS4. No, Oro, you need to do this.
No, I wouldn't. I don't care how good
No,
it
no.
is.
He would do it if somebody bought him one.
Yeah,
Not out of his
sure.
own pocket.
But I'm not gonna spend $300 on it. I don't care if it's made out of fucking gold. It's not happening.
Oh, it was so good though.
What if I
It was-
wanted it?
Well, then I hope you have some money.
What if you got what if you got a PS4 with it?
Sure, I'll pay $300 for a PS4 and a steak. That works out just fine.
I would pay $300 for a PS4 and a steak. That's not
Me
even
too.
a question.
God, they're so crazy.
It's not even a question. I have a
No.
PS4. I'd still buy that.
Well, yeah, I would too, but you know what? We're done. I think. If you want to find us, you can find us at sequencebreak.com. If you want to email us, we haven't gotten any emails. Email us, someone, please. Give us stuff to talk about or not talk
I demand emails.
I demand
Demand
emails. You can email us at podcast@sequencebreak.com. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at SBXIV. If you want to give us money for the Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/SBXIV, I believe is the URL. And I think I might be doing another giveaway very soon on those mounts and other stuff. Maybe dies as well.
If
So
enough people ask for it, we can use the Patreon money to buy a $300 steak.
That's true.
no.
So send in your email saying, "Hey, spend the Patreon money on steak, please."
No, we need the money for hosting.
Come on, guys, steak.
Steak.
Hosting,
Steak.
hosting.
Actually, wait,
hosting.
stop. Wait. Fuck you guys. Booze.
Booze, booze.
We can get that Louis. What is it? The Louis the 13th shit.
Yeah, it's alright.
But it's like
Okay.
$200 a
Okay,
shot.
I think Callow is trying to end this show because we're not talking about 14 anymore.
Now I forgot what I was gonna say.
You did the Patreon.
I did the Patreon. I did the email. I did the URL. Guys, not have anything to plug?
Hakamichi.net.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I will be streaming next weekend Street Fighter V Beta again. So
Ooh.
come find me on J0SHIMITSU. That is my Twitch and my Twitter and my Instagram.
You said that was up right now, right?
Yeah, the stress test is up
I'm
right
gonna
now. But it's only
download
3
that.
characters.
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do all that shit right now.
Siri, anything else for you?
Just Twitter, CIRRISIAN. Feel free to come bug me, love me, poke me, ask questions.
Give him booze.
Give me booze. I get bored at work. Come entertain me, please.
I wish I could be bored at work.
Well, I mean, rephrase. I'm busy, but it's just like a singular task, and I am capable of so much more. So I'm like looking at my Twitter simultaneously. So I'm cutting orders, and I'm taking care of doctor's shit, and I'm looking at Twitter simultaneously.
Yeah, you're
Well,
operating on people, slicing open their gallbladder.
I'm not operating on people. I'm helping doctors operate
Tweeting
on
out.
people. It's fun being
Okay.
on Twitter in the Aura, though. I always want to like post a picture of what's going on, but I realize that's a massive HIPAA violation.
Yes, it is.
And I'm like, but this looks so fucking cool. Y'all bitches need to see this.
I wish I could see it.
Zip.
Dark, you have anything to plug?
Follow my Twitter at Freckled Korean, and you'll just see me post pictures of food, cats, and probably myself. That's it.
Cats.
She is a
Cats.
freckled Korean.
Are
I
you gonna
is.
post pictures of your freckles?
I have.
He has.
Why have you not looked at my pictures of my freckles?
Do you
That's
really-
rude.
Okay, I'm gonna go through all your pictures.
That's so rude, Oro.
I'm gonna start.
I
looking
thought
at
we
all
were
your pictures
friends.
right now.
I like all your photos you post.
Yeah, right. I post a lot of photos.
I know. I like all of them.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. That's what friends do.
All 3 photos I posted.
Yes.
That's what friends are for.
We are ending this now.
In
Goodbye.
good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for.
Goodbye.
I need a harmonica. Anybody have an harmonica?
No. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Now you sound like a dying dog. Please stop.
You guys are awful. Go away now. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.